Review.
Welcome back to Refin Review. And we're not only welcome us back to Refin Review, but we're going to welcome in the legendary, should be Hall of Famer, Mr. Mike Chioda. Mike Chioda.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Wrapping it up.
How are you, brother?
What up, Mikey?
Hey. You guys doing all right?
So we found it appropriate on our Refin Roundtable that you come into the show not like normal guests because you are, once again, like I said, a Hall of Fame referee. This is our Refin Review. And this is where we go over the past week's, maybe hit and misses for referees. So we just thought this would be a good spot for you to come in.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me again. We got to stop saying Hall of Fame, man, because
hey, no, I'm going to say it until
every
shit
time
happens.
we push for the refs, man, it doesn't look good. we got to say we got to start turning and flipping the switch around a little bit and say, look, all right, yeah, refs just not going to get in Hall of Fame. We know that. Okay, yeah.
I know, just a slap in the face.
Reverse psychology.
Yeah, reverse psychology is what I'm saying.
As soon as you say it, it happens.
Exactly, man. Let's reverse that psychology, man, because I know you're listening, Hunter. I know you're listening, Trey.
Absolutely, he is.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, would you like to start off with anything in our Refin Review?
Man, let's start off with that Sean Bennett situation.
Oh, yeah.
You guys see that?
We
Jersey
did.
boy, born and bred. Hey,
yeah, man.
Jersey myself, I love it.
Oh, so that's why you're putting him over. That's why he's putting him
Oh, one reason.
Hey,
born and bred,
Sean,
Jersey.
Hey, Sean's a great dude. I got to hang out with him last week. He so him be like when Zoe Stark got injured, seeing him hop in there as quick as he did, immediately communicating to the doctors, man, you can tell made Rhea and who was the other one? Kiara Singh. Who was?
Kari
Singh. Yeah, Kari Singh. Yeah, made him stop. Yeah, that was a nasty knee injury too, and prayers for her and for recovery. But yeah, he did everything right by the book. I mean, guys, you all can speak on. I mean, being in the ring when people get injured and having to do that sucks. But he did phenomenal. And kudos, Sean. Keep it up, man. And everybody needs to watch. Out there needs to watch Sean Bennett did.
So Daniel,
what else is going on?
Daniel, you're breaking up just a little bit, buddy. So basically, what you were saying is that everybody should take a peek at the video and see what he did good with this injury.
Right.
Yes, correct.
Got you.
Well, that's because Daniel's just crossed over into Canada and those tariffs are taking over. But
pretty much.
But no, you're absolutely right. He did a fantastic job. Everybody all around did a great job in that one. Not only Sean, the medical staff, of course, but also you got to give it to Rhea and Kari Sane too, because that was a three-way match that got changed on the fly, and they adjusted and did a fantastic job of continuing that match. And like you said,
and you could tell too. I mean,
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'm breaking up. Sorry, you're in and out. Bad area.
Okay.
But you could tell too that they were kind of everything was being called on the fly, and Sean was communicating tremendously to all them too, in a way that we knew he was communicating, but I don't think he would have known it from a regular fans' perspective, which was great.
Right.
So,
see.
By the way, real quick, guys.
Yeah.
Real quick, Daniel, everywhere in Canada is a bad spot. So anyway, go ahead.
Hey,
you're just jealous you're just jealous you're not allowed back.
I don't want to go back, so I don't give a shit.
Hey, there's one good spot. It's right here, man, where I'm at. This is
But on the toilet? You on the toilet?
No, I'm not in the phone booth right now.
Oh, I'm kidding. I love Canadians. I just don't like your country.
Club right by the airport. It's probably there.
Oh, that place.
I've never been there. Don't know what you're talking about.
Kayfabe,
but you know what? Let me add something with Sean. Like, he's a veteran too with WWE right now. I mean, he's got to be there at least 10 years, so or more. And with
think so.
And he's a veteran, bro. I mean, he was on Raw, unfortunately, when I was released, and I was spending a lot of time on SmackDown for my last so many years. And He's definitely one of the veterans up there. If it's Charles Robinson, Chad Patton, I'd have to go with Sean Bennett next in line. Around that corner. So Sean, and they communicate with the referees, and I just like how they give the referees full control of that spot, because when somebody does get hurt, the referee has definitely full control. And when he has control and you got the doctors right there, you're just pausing the match. You're not disqualifying the match. You're not throwing the match out.
Right.
All you're doing is pausing it, and that's what they call it. You're just going to pause the match, whether it's a triple threat, one-on-one, tag team match. You just pause it. And I think Sean most likely did a hell of a job communicating with the talent through Gorilla through him to the talent, and then get go through the match and get the finish straight. With the original finish, I don't know what the original finish was. So,
he's been on Raw since 2016.
Yeah. So I mean,
Nice.
I knew roughly at least 10 years he's with us. So he's definitely a veteran, and he spent some time on the Indies too for a while.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we've put over somebody enough now. Let's get on to the negative shit.
Boy, Brian just can't be happy.
I know. Come on, man.
Come on. I mean, great job, Sean. I can't say anything else. Fuck, they said it all.
That popped me.
Hey, if we say his name enough, maybe if we say his name enough, it'd be like Joe Hendry, he'll appear. Like, when they with Sean Bennett will come on the show.
All right, well, we'll see.
Bad shit sells. So let's get to that.
Let's go. Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Well, Brian, you brought up this is something that happens to a lot of referees sometimes, or not a lot, but a few. On SmackDown, it doesn't happen to you. Oh, you're perfect. Never mind. I forgot about that.
And strong.
Wow. Well, your dad said his favorite referee was Daniel anyway, so
of course. His trainer.
Right. On SmackDown, during the three-way between Ray Phoenix, Solo Sikoa, and I'm Jimmy Uso. There we go. Charles kind of had a little bit of a moment there where he was kind of occupied and didn't see the pinfall. Your thoughts on it? You saw it, something that you encountered, so to speak, in when you were refereeing.
Well, I mean, listen, things happen. I have a question later on for all of us on the panel at the referee roundtable, but things like that do happen. I'm not saying it never happened to me. It could be a situation where he was just caught out of the wrong spot. Something happened really quick that he didn't think, and it didn't respond quick enough. And you know what, guys? Is it the end of the world? No. Is it something that he made a mistake? Yes. Is it something that Kyoto just touched on it? A long-time veteran, right? It just goes to show you anyone can make a mistake in there, and that's how crucial our job is. But he did later go on to his Instagram and said he was sorry. He realized he was out of position, missed the count, and just said that we all mess up and he's going to learn from his mistakes. What else could you ask? That's all, that's all you can do. So I feel bad for him because, it was something that just caught him off guard. It was just something that happened. And I don't know where his mind was, what happened in that. It just is what it is.
I'll tell you what, the thing that impressed me the most, and this is what the type of person Charles is and the type of veteran, the type of leader he is. He owned it publicly. He went out there and said, look, guys, I had a brain fart. It was on me. It was all me. And you know what? How many guys would do that nowadays? Maybe we shouldn't have them do it, because if it was, there'd be a line forming to the left with all the guys who need to apologize on social media. But you know what?
They passed it, you Jimmy.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I'd want to be the guy collecting the toll.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Kyoto, you were always the quarterback of passing gas.
Gotta be. Hey, look, Charles, you guys summed it up right there. Everything with Charles and stuff. He manned up to it and all that. But my thoughts on that, you've probably seen George Michaels in the crowd somewhere,
Right.
So I'm sure he's seen George Michaels there for a second somewhere. He thought he's seen him and just had a brain fart like I did in
he
the
started
Attitude
Simon,
Era.
he just went wham.
Wait a minute. No.
Yeah, no,
Do you think? Do you think he heard a careless whisper somewhere?
Might
God.
have. Might have.
I don't
Hey, but
know.
you know,
But I have faith. I have faith in Charles
That's
Robinson.
right. Me too.
the last thing I'll say, you know, it shows that he's a complete pro because saying something is actually better than saying nothing and acting like it didn't happen.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Charles say
Yeah.
anything on social media. So
That's true.
but
But still,
hey, look, you're allowed to have with his record. Let's see, one or two fuck ups maybe in his career, and 14,200 get it rights. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
exactly.
Yeah.
And and sometimes it does. Like when you fuck up that one finish, a finish. Give me, when the referee, like at his status, fucks up a finish, okay, but I'd still fucking be like, hey, Charles he's allowed to slide because when the boys fuck up, it's like,
No
oh,
biggie.
no biggie. Oh, they fucked up. Let's get to this. Let's go. Grab a hold. Grab a fucking hold. Grab a hold.
Mhm.
Or settle down and just call spots and get it together, whatever. But when the ref fucks up, it's everything in the world. It's like you got one fucking job to do in there, and it's
Right.
the fucking referee and do your job right.
Let's fire him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. How much heat would you get?
Oh, well, sometimes you don't get the fire. Sometimes you just get the, now go back there and think about what you did.
Right.
Right.
Mm-mm.
And then, the boys, and sometimes if you fucked up so much, the boys don't want to work with you.
True.
I mean, the boys don't. The boys will be like, fuck, I ain't grabbing him,
Mhm.
So Charles is definitely not in that position. So, I mean,
Right.
it does. I'm sure it still happens, It's still going to
So
happen.
Jimmy, I wanted to bring this up from this past week on Monday Night Raw. It was the main event with Braun Breaker and one of our favorite referees, Mr. Rod Zapata, was the referee for this match.
Right.
And that dude stood up to Braun Breaker. Unfortunately, he was I don't think he knew
No,
about that
yeah.
25 miles per hour.
Yeah. 20, what is it? 23? Is it
20,
23
23, 25?
Which is
spear?
probably, it's probably about 35, 38 kilometers an hour. But yeah, you know what? The referee has to show their authority out there, and the guys have to respect that authority because you look at Braun Breaker, you look at Rod. Braun Breaker could go sneeze, and Rod would be like, done. Let's put it that way. He could crush him like a grape. But the refs have to show authority, and the wrestlers, even the heels, have to respect that authority and like react accordingly. The only thing I would say, if I'm not mistaken, I heard the audio from that, and did they have to bleep something out
Yeah.
when he was when he was shouting
Awesome.
I think
Well,
I
funny thing
think Rod
is-
dropped an F-bomb.
Well, it's Netflix.
Well,
I guess it's okay.
Yeah, the funny thing is that when I'm
My
talking to
question-
Rod said, "Can you hear me? Am I there? Am I coming in?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yep.
When I'm talking to when talking to Rod, he said he did not say that. They misunderstood him. He said respect the refs, not I'm the effing ref, but I guess I could have said fucking ref. He killed us in a few that bomb. But anyways,
No, I'm
to
good.
me it sounded better. It says I'm the fucking ref. So I told him, I said, don't correct them. They post on social media. Let it be.
Hell yeah.
So,
It actually makes him look cooler. Fuck.
Well,
yeah.
There's
My
a new
thing-
segment.
my-
I'm the
my
effing
thing-
ref.
my thing, would he fire up like that with Undertaker or Kane?
That's a different story.
No, sir.
That's different.
That's a different story. No.
I don't think Rob would do that either. I don't think Spider would do that either. So
Well, you never know.
Well, but you go back to the
Yeah.
days. You go back to the day,
mean,
Brian,
There'd
with
be
your
a fucking
dad.
choke slam called right on the spot.
There you go.
No doubt.
right.
Mhm.
I mean, shit, the stuff you had to sell from Taker when he just looked at you out of the corner, let
Right.
alone and then be next to Kane. You couldn't grab them, you couldn't touch them.
No.
Well, the
It was
one
so
thing that's
easy.
kind of crazy to me about the whole thing is like this is being put over, which is great because he did a wonderful job and I liked it. But I mean, 3 referees, and I'm not putting myself over on purpose, but I mean, I was taught by the famous one, but there was 3 guys that got in wrestlers' faces and got them out of the corners with strict authority, and that was Mike, and I'm talking about Kyoto, my dad, and myself, and I learned from both of them, and that's why I did it so much because that was just something that we all 3 did. And you agree with me, Jimmy?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've done it at times, but I escalated it. Like I didn't start off like early in the match, getting in someone's face like that. But if they kept doing it, I would slowly, progressively get more aggressive in their faces.
Mhm.
You know, like
I just
hey,
went
I
strong.
said back out of the court. Yeah.
I just went strong, Jimmy, because I wanted to be, better than
No,
Kyoto.
I get it. I get it. There you go. Okay.
Okay. Now, I mean, look, let's bring up another one like Brock Lesnar. I was nervous to get up in his face in the first so many
Mhm.
years when he came into the business.
That's
The
true.
way they were pushing him, and if you touched him, he'd fucking F5 you, and like you had to keep your distance from Brock. That was another one. That was another one in
Yeah.
the business until I got you. And I said, "Do you mind when I get up in your face and do that?" No, no, I like it. I like it. He said, I said, "All right, brother,
Mhm.
that's cool." And
Yeah,
Paul would always be like, "Yeah, that's fucking great when you're. But no,
Yeah.
I still kept my distance, and I was
Mhm.
tentative. I was like, fuck,
Right.
because I shouldn't be all badass up in his face. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Well, there's a way. Well, Kyoto, there's a way of doing it. It's just,
Right.
touching that patch,
Right.
showing them you're the authority, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Not acting like you're going to fucking beat him at a bar. I mean, it's stupid.
No, no doubt.
Okay.
No doubt.
So sorry, guys, but you two remember there was one guy that you wanted to get in their face only for one reason, because there was something he used to do to everybody who got in his face.
Hmm?
Stone Cold Stunner.
Oh, still, yeah.
Everybody would line
Oh,
up for those
right.
suckers.
Right.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I mean, like everybody wanted to get stunned. It's like me next, me next.
And right, exactly. Yep. I remember fucking Chimmel's ass. We were all getting stunned. I take a bump to the floor, it's stunned, boom, I'm out. Some other refs come in. Chimmel's in there. He gets stunned. He comes out. He's bleeding all over the place.
What?
He bit his fucking tongue, and I'm laughing. I'm like, "What the fuck happened to you?" I was like, "Did you lose a tooth?" He's like, "No, I bit my tongue." I'm like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Oh fuck, you want to be one of the boys and take a bump, huh?"
Yeah.
Holy
That's
Chimmel.
because when they told him Stunner, he thought he was talking about strudel.
Yeah.
That's why he was licking his chops.
Phenomenal.
Oh, fuck.